is it that so many women, once bold and independent in their 20s, are now full of regret and tears in their 30s and 40s? Why does independence taste bitter when you're eating it alone at an empty dinner table? Well, today, I'm giving you 7 raw, unfiltered reasons why so many women are aging alone and they're bitter about it. No pandering, no caping, just the truth they don't want to hear, but desperately need to. Reason number 1. Rejection of femininity. Too many women strip themselves of gentleness and humility for aggression and ego. They were told femininity was weakness, so they became masculine carbon copies of men. But now that the years have passed, they're realizing the truth. Men don't marry competitors, they marry complementers. Modern culture told women a lot. Be strong, be independent, and he'll still love you. But the reality, most men don't want a second man in the house. They want a helpmate, not a rival. Reason number 2. Independence became a religion. Society told women, you don't need a man. And now, life is proving them right, but painfully so. They did everything solo, made their own money, paid their own bills, climbed the ladder, and now they're also crying alone, eating alone, and sleeping alone. Independence is not a replacement for intimacy. And now they're realizing, I can do bad all by myself. It's not a goal. It's a curse. Reason number 3. Men are tired of being used, then blamed. Many good men got burned early. They gave love, provision, leadership, and got disrespected in return. Now those same men have wised up. They're not chasing anymore. They're not playing Captain Save-A-Ho. They're prioritizing peace over pretty. Women who once said, I don't need you, are now crying, where have all the good men gone? And the answer? We're still here. We just don't want you anymore. Y'all are so unfit for relationships. Y'all won't even tell your sons should date women with your resumes. And that is a damn shame. Reason number 4. A woman's desire to date up in status, income, influence leaves her with fewer viable options the older she gets. Let's be real. Men at the top has access to the best. And if a woman's attitude is nasty, if her peace is absent, if her femininity is gone, why in the hell would he pick her? Men have options too. And they're choosing younger, softer, sweeter women who bring peace, not power struggles. And the icing on the cake? More and more men each year are becoming high earners in their 30s and enjoying the single life, traveling the world, and they're not looking back. Reason number 5, delusional dating standards. Too many women held on to fantasy over reality, waiting for a 6'4" millionaire, emotionally intelligent, faithful, ripped, gentle but aggressive, romantic but tough unicorn man, while bringing nothing but attitude, student loan debt, and entitlement to the table. As time passed, their value dried up, but their standards didn't. Now they're sitting in bitterness, refusing to compromise, not realizing they're no longer in their prime. They're in denial. The crazy thing is, you could have kept the men who held his value longer than you. You just didn't know how to keep him happy. You failed to stay in your lane while he led. And most of y'all let yourselves go while thinking the grass was greener on the other side. And when you found out it wasn't, you started looking at younger women who looked like they were winning. You saw their bodies, the hips and the thighs, and you thought to yourself, I got enough money. I'll just go to Dr. Miami and lay down under the blade. And when he started chopping you up, the pookie started knocking you up. And that's when you realize that even if you gift wrap shit, it doesn't take away the stink. So now you're crying with your BBL and your donut lips. And guess what? Just because somebody pulling up after 9 to pipe you, don't mean that they're to wife you. So, at this point, you can do like the rest of these bitter women. Take your ass and your tears to the churches. They'll make sure you hear what you want to hear so you can continue to enjoy your delusion. Reason number 6. Entitlement without self-work. Many women believe they were the prize without doing any other work to become it. They think a man should chase them just because they exist. But here's the truth. Beauty fades, but character remains. Men are realizing that a beautiful face can hide an ugly spirit. And now, women who spent decades inflating their egos are left wondering why no one is simping for them anymore. Women with beauty, femininity, and cooperation are the only women in the world that are prize-worthy. And women with beauty, attitude, and pushback are great for back shots, making sure the neighbors know our name. The self-work women do these days is for independence, and I'm not talking about financially. Their self-work makes them spiritually independent because they edged God out. Sexually independent because no man wants to lay up under no bitter-ass coochie. Reason number 7. Late life regret can't undo early life rebellion. You can't reject good men for 20 years and ask for a high-value man at 40. Many women are trying to come back to the table after years of mistreating men, mocking marriage, glorifying promiscuity, and chasing independence. But by the time they came back, the table is clear, the chairs are stacked, and the men have left the room. You don't get to reject order and expect acceptance. You chose rebellion. You chose empowerment. And it didn't work out the way you wanted it. Men do not care how much makeup you try to use to cover it up. We dealt with y'all heathens long enough to develop x-ray abilities to see through your Maybelline and Botox. So what you can do is show up for the discounts when the dogs and cats go on sale. And I might be there to help you in customer service. Okay, here's my final thoughts. Fellas, you are not the villain. You're not bitter. You're just finally wising up. You don't owe your peace to anyone who once laughed at your leadership. You don't owe your love to someone who thought your masculinity was a flaw. But if you're a man who contributed to this mess, maybe you were reckless. Maybe you were raised by a single mom, or just passive. The solution isn't guilt. It's realignment. Start building again with righteousness, with discipline, and with clarity. You are a part of the YouTube channel Brotherhood that can relate to you. Because if the majority of us men lead better, we can attract better. It's going to be hard because a lot of this shit ain't our fault. And we may have to drop our anchor in a different country and start there. Because if you're pushing 40 plus, you are taking a huge risk with these women in the West. Now, I got lucky. I met my wife in college. She was 20. She was hopeful. She was impressionable. And I wholeheartedly believe if any of you men watching this video would have got out of the cesspool dating market just as fast as I did when I met my wife, you would have married her too. And to the ladies watching this, I cannot say the same about you when you were best suitable for marriage. I've seen too many of y'all choose independence and frat party freak-offs over the guy that met with you weekly in study hall, who was actually your match made in heaven. 99% of women are being blessed early with the love of their life as early as 21. 80% of those women choose to be bust downs. They choose to bear. They choose Louis, Gucci, and Prada. They choose the bad boy with the bag. These women end up leaving them because, although these guys are very generous and softer, women still want strong male leadership, even though they don't even openly admit it.